Hits for the pound.
Yeah, this is how we do it in the Central Colors, man. We got 40 ounces, Old English, rag tops, 6'4" Impalas, and bikini girls, man. This is how we do it on the West Coast. San Diego, San Francisco, Los Angeles. But don't forget about the Central Cali, man. Please don't forget about the Central Cali. Yeah, get 'em.
It's another sunny day in the state of California. Low rider palm trees, them G's that put it on ya. This ain't a negative, we speaking ebonics. Rank talk, candy paint on D's with hydraulics. Baseball hat with the sticker on the brim. Don't let the shine blind your sight, cause things can get grim. But I'm not here to talk about banana clips and guns. We're going back to Cali and we gonna have some fun. A West Coast domination.
And welcome back to Two-Face Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Fred Segura, out here in Monterey County, also known to the world as the Salad Bowl, also known as the Salinas Valley. To the people in LA, we are north. To the people in San Francisco, we are south. Right smack in the middle, best of both worlds. Don't forget about the Central Cali. Anyway, folks, today we are going to talk about Lefty Gunplay, right? Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. But before we get into that, guys, allow me to say this. Two-Face Entertainment, the record label, the channel, the podcast, right? It's all one. I've always ran this label strictly as a business. I do not care where you're from. I don't care about anything other than your talent. If you're from wherever you're from to Timbuktu, if you have talent and the opportunity arises, we are going to work. That's just what it is. There's money to be made. I'm not closing doors, right? I'm going to leave my doors open for that. That's the way it's always been. That's the way I've always ran it, and that's the way it's going to continue to run. With that, if you see me wearing any sports apparel, that's the team of my favor. That's not trying to make a different statement. If I'm wearing a certain color, other than pink, of course, I won't wear pink. I won't wear it. Anyways, that's not pink though. But anyways, you know what I'm saying. It's just a color I chose to wear. I'm not trying to make a statement with it. I don't play those games on social media. I don't misspell things on purpose. I'm a grown man. I do things accordingly, and that's it. I don't play those kind of games. So, therefore, with that being said, let's continue on to what we're getting here. Lefty Gunplay, right? Recently, he's been on the latest Kendrick Lamar album on the song TD Off, GNX, the album, right? By Kendrick Lamar. Need I say more? Shout out to Peso as well. He's not getting as much attention, but you know, as far as this Lefty Gunplay is the man everybody's talking about. But Peso is also as well, being of Mexican American, if you will. And I know everybody's gonna talk about talk about, oh well, Lefty Gunplay is not Mexican American. Well, I don't care. He's representing raza. That's just what it is. And the guy, from the interviews that I've seen, el hombre habla español. ¿Qué más quieres que te diga? Right? The guy speaks Spanish. What else do you want me to tell you? But anyhow, so the thing is, guys, I tend to see things as this is a great thing that has happened, because Lefty Gunplay and both Peso have achieved something that a lot of independent artists or artists in general have only dreamed of doing, right? To get on a mainstream artist and the biggest artist of its time right now, to be able to be featured on that album. I think it's a great thing. 9 out of 10, a lot of artists will charge for a feature. People pay them to perform, obviously, right? Pay them for features and so on and so forth. But it's not the same when an underground artist gets a feature and he has that feature. And it's great street credibility as far as non-gang affiliated, but I'm saying in the underground circuit of music, he worked with so-and-so. And that's great, right? But until that artist, for example, a mainstream artist, picks you out and carries you and says, hey, you know what, like, in other words, he validates that he's riding with you. That speaks volumes, and that's what's happened to Lefty Gunplay both and Peso. So therefore, it's a great thing. Kendrick Lamar also in the video, Squabble Up. He's paying homage to a lot of old school. And pretty much the foundation of everything that, as far as hip hop, as far as, for example, LA for that matter, right? But a lot of stuff when it comes to dancers, when it comes to music, when it comes to movies and so on and so forth, right? There's a lot of things in there that I just watched the video last night with my son, and a lot of stuff he didn't catch, and I was like, hey, that's that's this and that's that, But that's a great thing, because we live in a time now where everybody wants to disregard of the old school and says, oh, this is what's in today, and no, it doesn't matter what you did. Well, you know what? The old school is the reason you are where you're at today. So Kendrick Lamar has pretty much made that statement to say, hey, he gives credit where credit is due. He's here today because of these past pioneers, this foundation. And in short, guys, everybody talks about, oh, the new. Check this out. Let me bring you guys up to speed on something. You can't have the new without having the old first. That's why it's new, because you had the old first. But had it not been for the old, it would be no new. So anyways, let's proceed on with Lefty Gunplay. As far as Lefty Gunplay, man, I think it's a great thing, man, that he's out there. I can't say I'm a fan of his music. I've heard his music, and there's some that I'm like, oh, okay, and then there's some that I don't like. I'll be honest about it. But at the end of the day, I give the guy credit, man. He's out there, and he's come out and said that he needs to stop doing certain things and make better music and so on and so forth. I hope he does. I hope he really does. The spotlight is shined on him now. Big time, in a good way. And I think it's a great thing. Now, the thing that I think is just bad is the fact that a lot of people throughout social media, and what I've heard is that they're downplaying him. He only says 4 words, right? Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. There's supposed to be an album coming out. I guess it's a deluxe edition or something of Kendrick Lamar, and it said that Lefty Gunplay did more than one song. But that's beside the point. Even if there wasn't another a deluxe edition, even if there wasn't not wishing, just stating, even if there wasn't another song with Kendrick Lamar and Lefty Gunplay, the fact of the matter is the man made it to a mainstream artist's album. That's just a fact, right? That is a good thing. A lot of people want to downplay that and say, oh, well, this and this and that. Well, you know what? He may have did a lot, and this is gonna get technical a little bit, guys, for those of you who may not understand. You go into the studio, he maybe did a song, and he maybe in his verse, in his full verse, he said the crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. And when it came down to mixing and mastering, mixing and doing all the stuff, they chopped that part out and then they looped it. So at the end of the day, it's not Lefty Gunplay's fault, you know. But even if that's all he did, I'd be grateful for it. If somebody, you know, if somebody like a Dr. Dre told me, hey, listen, I want you to come in and I want you to do these things the way you do your intro on your podcast, but I want you to do this and this and that. And that's all I got on the record. I'd be happy with that. That's a dream come true. Right? Some of these people down talking Lefty Gunplay are like a bad spouse. It's never going to be enough. The guy made it onto a mainstream artist album. He onto one of the top artists right now of its time again. Be happy for the guy. There's barriers being broken now, as far as the way things run within those politics and so on and so forth. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a great thing. It's a fabulous thing. It's a wonderful thing. But some people want to down talk it. I mean, hey, look, listen, All Eyes on Me. Tupac, right? All Eyes on Me. It featured Drew Down, right? From the Bay. He only spoke at the beginning of the song. It's all about you. It's him talking at the beginning. And that was it. Nobody ever said, oh, yeah, whatever, like, yeah, this and that. No. Good for him. Good for him. Good for Lefty Gunplay. Good for Peso. Good for anybody that made it happen. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar for opening that door and breaking that barrier. He's doing a lot more than what a lot of people can actually visualize. That I would dare say. You know, Lefty Gunplay, man, he's he's come out of left field, no pun intended. For a while there, man, I dare say, man, he just kind of ran dry for a little bit, but he made his way back, That's in my opinion, humble opinion. I'm not knocking the man for that. He came out, he was like, oh, boom, 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 and then he kind of just, he's gone through his, roller coasters and so on and so forth. But one thing I will give this man credibility to is that he continues to push. And he's continued to succeed. It shows perseverance, and he's trying to make it better. And that's good. And I give him all the credit to it. To him and to whoever's behind him. Do I think that he should not do certain things he's doing? Perhaps carrying himself a lot different? Yeah, I dare say yeah. But I can only hope. I can't speak on that part, right? But I do give him a lot of credit on all that stuff, guys. Again, keep in mind, this is just simply based on the business move that has happened with Lefty Gunplay, Kendrick Lamar, and so on and so forth. A lot of us never thought that we'd say those two names in the same sentence, but yet here we are, right? And always think that you got to put your pride aside when it comes to making a business move. People are so adamant and easy to say, well, it's chess, not checkers. But they will put a barrier between them. It's like the person who refuses to want to learn. They put a barrier, they make an excuse, they do whatever. They want to hold solid to one thing. Well, like in the infamous movie La Bamba, when Bob tells tells Richie Valens that he can't have his friends. And Richie Valens in the movie, Lou Diamond Phillips, says the most important thing was his family. So that's the way people should really carry themselves when there's an opportunity, because by shutting yourself out, you might be shutting the door on your biggest success. With that, this is Two-Face Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Fred Segura. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Signing out.
Haters shake the fist, suckers picture me rolling. Why you so mad? Why you so serious? You're in my rear view like the slow and delirious. Keep on mashing, getting plenty action. The home of the G's and pimps, I love it with a passion. Throw it up, it's California, where the sun lays to rest like every day. The home of the color rack, swap meets and bangers. Chuck Taylor's Lolos and them real dope slangers. This is reality, it's where I stay. Along the Pacific in the state of CA. Bring it. Golden State, from Frisco to Compton and back to Central Cali where the party keeps rocking. It's a California state of mind, and you can't be mad, that's just how we ride. Golden State.
But it's really for me. I'm not saying that I'm greedy, but hip-hop is needy, so what the hell do you expect from me? It's the passion, I finally understand it. I'm hiding in the trees like a male praying mantis, searching for my prey. God, please come and bless me, help relieve my stress so I don't worry about death. Never said I was leaving, but dreaming on like Steven. Fallen angel, I'm Zeppelin, not ready for heaven. So please tell me, is there another way? So I can look up in the sky and say thank you for these better days.
1, 2, Vegas coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your doors. 5, 6, hip hop with a twist. 7, 8, please don't hate. 1, 2, Vegas